guys!
Hey guys!
So today we're going to review movies that we've seen over the past couple of months. I have Seth here because we have watched some kids movies and he's going to give you his star rate. So the first movie is called Missing Links. We did go see this in theater and I'm going to tell you it's one that we are not going to purchase. It was cute.
Yeah.
I would say go rent it if your kids are curious if they have not seen it yet. But it's about a
Bigfoot.
Yep, it's about Bigfoot who goes and he's the last of his kind and he
writes a note to the espresso person that is benches everywhere. They found that dinosaur in the water. I forgot what it's called.
So, he's basically giving you a little bit of information.
Yeah.
It's basically about Bigfoot. He reaches out to this guy who believes in these creatures that nobody else does, and he asks him for help finding more like himself.
I think it's a Yeti called.
Yeah, and you totally are messing up always train of thought. So basically, he goes out and he tries to find people more Bigfoots, yeah, more people like himself. And, you know, the moral of the story is that not always can you create a family out of what you are born into, but that oftentimes we create family by those that we bring into our lives. I rated this 3 stars. It's a cute one. 3 stars for me means it was a good movie, but it's not one that we're going to re-rent or go purchase or watch again.
2 thumbs up, I give that.
Alright. Smallfoot.
I give it 5 stars.
5 stars. He loves this one. We've rented it several times. It's one that I'm probably going to end up having to purchase because he constantly asks for it. Now, Smallfoot is based on a similar premise. It is about Yetis. They live in their own world. And
on the top of a mountain.
Yep.
They said that the bottom is...
Yeah, the bottom is...
right.
Yeah, there's nothing down there. And Smallfoot, us, are mythical creatures to them. So basically someone's like, no, I've seen it, and then they go on this adventure and it takes off from there. Again, this is one that I would say is a 4 to 5 star, one that we are going to end up purchasing because he loves it so much. Lego Movie 2.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I give it 2 thumbs up.
So that for him is like a we have rented it a couple of times. I don't know that we're going to go purchase it. This one's kind of up in the air. If I can find a good deal on it, I'll probably purchase it. But it's one of those ones, it's not one of his top rated movies. If you saw Lego Movie 1, it pretty much takes off from where Lego Movie 1 left off and goes into this whole nother adventure. I fell asleep during it, not gonna lie. Wonder Park.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I gave it 2 thumbs up, actually a million thumbs up.
A million thumbs up. He really liked this one. So this is based on a little girl who imagines this Wonder Park or amusement park. And then her imagination comes to life and she is in this Wonder Park and she's meeting all of these things that she's imagined. And she's trying to find this other character called Peanut that she has imagined, and it just kind of goes from there. And I'm just going to quickly go over some of the movies that I've watched since January, which is why this is so long. And I'm going to try to limit these to being monthly and then just, you know, break them down a little bit. They may not be every month, but they're not going to be as long as this one. So the first one's going to be a little longer than I would like it to be. This movie that I gave 5 stars is Instant Family. This one I put off watching because I knew it was going to pull at my heartstrings and just really make me emotional. About this couple who decides to look into the foster care system, and they, you know, kind of attach this teenager, find out that she has 2 younger siblings, and instantly they go from thinking they're going to have 1 child to now having 3 that they're caring for. And you watch kind of their journey through the whole process and kind of the struggles that they had to go through with that. It just really tugged at my heartstrings, you guys. Like, it was really good. Even Aaron really liked it. And for us to both really like a movie, that's a big deal. I believe this is based on a true story. I highly recommend you watch it if you have not already and you like those feel-good kinds of movies. The next one that I watched is Escape Room. Now, I really like movies like this. I am all about puzzle, thriller, action. Like, I like all types of movies. I pretty much watch pretty much anything. Like, I am a movie reading, like this is my excitement. These are things that I like to do. Escape room to me, in my mind when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, this is a group of people, they're trying to solve puzzles, escape the room, and, you know, win the big prize. I just feel like this did not live up to my expectations. It's went in a completely different direction, and I just was not impressed with it. I did give this 2 stars. I would not recommend this to anybody. If they asked me what movies I would suggest they rent, it's not one that I would be like, yes, go watch this one. And I feel like a lot of people agree with me when I'm looking at the reviews. So I'm going to say skip that one. Aquaman, now, obviously, I have little boys. Superheroes are a thing in this house still. And growing up, superheroes were a big deal in my family. My dad is a huge superhero person. Pretty much all superhero movies we have seen. So for me, this was a really good one. I really liked it. I did give it 5 stars. I like superhero movies. I enjoy them, and I enjoy watching them with my kids. Even Seth really liked it. Right, Seth?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can hear him, he's hiding. Next one I watched was a podcast recommendation. You listen to podcasts in the car with my husband, and this one was called Peppermint. It's about a woman whose family is killed, and she goes and seeks revenge on this whole gang that was behind the incident. I really liked it. I did give it 3.5 stars. It's one that I would suggest you go watch, maybe rent it, but I wouldn't recommend that you go out and purchase the movie or, you know, put it in your collection unless you really like that kind of stuff. It's not one that I'm going to rewatch, but I still really did enjoy it. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. This is based on a book. I read the book. I was excited to see the movie. I finally got around to doing it. I had watched it with Seth, and for some reason this one scared him, and I didn't think it would because he can watch Harry Potter with me and the Death Eaters don't scare him. So I was kind of like, this, surely this won't. I was wrong. He definitely was freaked out by the creatures in this particular movie. I would err on the side of caution if you have younger children. But I did give this a 4-star rating. I really enjoyed it. I love magical worlds, especially in movies. I like to read about them, but I really love when they are in movies. Like, I can see it all come to life, and it's fun. Like, I'm like imagining my own world, but at the same time, I love it going on the screen. Harry Potter, like, that is going to be my favorite, along with Narnia. Like, you guys, oh, that kind of stuff is like, it just gets me. That's my bread and butter right there. 5 Feet Apart. This is also based on a book. I did not read the book. However, the movie, oh my gosh, the tears. I cried. I can quote certain parts of the movie that I just absolutely loved. However, I cannot tell you, or it's going to spoil some things for you. But it was so good. I gave this 5 stars. This is one that I probably could watch again, and I might actually just go get the book and read it. I did really enjoy it. I do recommend that you go watch it if you like those really good, feel-good, sad, tear your heart apart movies. The last movie that I watched before we move into Netflix is called Split. I remember hearing about this when it first came out, and I thought it was going to be kind of one of those superhero movies where this person is able to morph into other people physically. And I watch a lot of YouTubers here who have D.I.D, and they are trying to spread awareness about D.I.D. If you don't know what it is, I'm going to put a link in the description box for you to go watch one of the channels that I found very informative. A long time ago, I knew someone who had D.I.D, and I have a few of you that actually watch me that have D.I.D, and you guys talk to me as a group. And, you know, I've become more educated on the topic. One of the channels that I watched actually watched it and gave commentary on their feelings toward it, and that sparked my curiosity because I was like, you know, is this really bad? Like, what is going on? So I watched it, and I was extremely disappointed. I would have loved to see a concept that brought more awareness and education to D.I.D. Had I not known what D.I.D is, maybe I could have seen another point of view on this. However, because, like I said, I knew somebody when I was younger that had D.I.D, and I've become more educated on it as I've gotten older, that I'm just really let down by this, and I can see where the D.I.D community is coming from. It's one that I am not going to recommend anybody go see. I am not going to go watch the second part to this. I believe it's called Glass. I would have loved to see more of an educational, positive spin on this, because people with D.I.D are not scary monsters. And it just kind of makes me sad that that's kind of what I took away from the movie when I watched it. Let's talk about Netflix. I binge watched Lucifer all the way through, and I'm excited for the last season. I'm sad that it's the last season, but I'm super excited for it. I gave this 5 stars. I'm totally looking forward to it. It's, again, that mythical, kind of like magical, you know, kind of thing. Whether you believe in that or not, you know, that's up to you. I really enjoyed it. I like the spin that they put on this, and I actually gave this 4 stars, not 5, now that I'm looking at my paper. Another movie that I watched was The Last Summer, and this is also on Netflix, and I gave that 5 stars. It's a cute, kind of teeny bopper, summer romance, typical, predictable type of movie, but it was one that was like, I just need something light and fluffy. That was light and fluffy, and I could get through it. And the last one that I'm going to tell you guys about that I gave 5 stars as well was Someone Great. This is about a girl. She's in a relationship for a very long time. They break up because she has dreams and he is just not willing to, I don't know. They're both kind of not willing. But anyway, they break up and she's just trying to figure out something, because I don't want to spoil anything. But she's just recently breaks up with somebody, and, you know, you go through that breakup process with her and kind of where she comes out on the other side. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have any recommendations, your thoughts on any of these that you saw. That's going to be it for me, guys. The next one is not going to be this long, I promise you. We will put books and movies together next round. But I'm going to go ahead and film my book reviews. I've got 5 here that I'm going to talk about. And we will see you in the next one. Bye!